Hey, I'm recording this after the first video was recorded. So I thought I was going to talk more about me, but I ended up just telling the story. So false advertising and ignore the first bullshit I say. Thank you, enjoy the video, bye. Mwah. How's it going, my funky friends? I just got done fighting a bunch of stray dogs in the alleyway behind the butcher shop, and I figured I would, you know, make a video. So in the last video, I gave you a bunch of dumb hot takes that I had. Quote unquote hot takes. I'm sure they're not that unpopular and I'm just tooting my own horn. But I figured, you know what would be a good idea if I actually gave an introduction of myself. So that's what today is gonna be. Hot and cool facts about your man meat grinder. So I guess I'll start with the story. You know, or I guess me. Hi, I'm meat grinder. I'm 16. Yeah, that's pretty much all the information I'm giving about my personal life. But here's a funny story from a little bit ago about my run-in with Bahamian prostitutes. That's from the Bahamas, by the way. I didn't know that at first when someone said Bahamian, so I figured I would like help you all out. Okay, so pretty much. Ooh, thank you. Yeah. All right. So this is about 2018, maybe 2019. I was about 14 years old, so 2 years ago. I guess that wasn't. I guess that means it was 2019. Whatever. When I was 14, I was over winter break, and we were going on a cruise ship with my grandparents. And one of the stops was in the Bahamas. Very cool, very nice. But it is having a torrential downpour. Um, and I'm sure I've told this story a few times to some friends in real life, so I'm sorry if this is repetitive, by the way. I should have prefaced with that, but anyways, so torrential downpour. But I was not a jaded young little asshole. Well, sorry, I was still a young little asshole, but less jaded. And I thought, what would be the dandiest use of my time? I want to explore the world. I want to adventure. I still had hope and dreams for the world. So I did as any man would do. So first, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. The question asked was, who wants to go to who wants to venture to the mainland, even with the torrential downpour? And I said, oh, of course, I raised my hand first. Because naturally, I want to see the world, it's a cool place. I'm not in the Bahamas every day. And this was my first mistake, because holy shit, the next few people that would raise their hand were my brother and my cousin, and they're just stoners. So I was gonna be by myself. Like they went pipe shopping the entire time. Like I was alone. Okay, and then the adult that was gonna be with us. Oh man, who am I? It was my uncle. I guess we'll call him Uncle K for this. To protect his identity. And what's fun? So a fun hot thing to know about Uncle K is that he's a very wild man. You know, like he's not a responsible adult. Like he's a cool guy, but he's not like good at adulting. So when I this is the lineup for everybody that's going out into the Bahamas. I get like my mom turns to me and she's like, well, it looks like you're gonna be the responsible one, which sucks because I was the youngest one there. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna be so fucked. But anyways, yeah, we walk on the land. My cousin almost gets arrested immediately, but like he wasn't actually doing anything stupid this time. He just like a small lack of communication with like the border patrol guy, and it got escalated pretty fast. Anyways, after this, we're at a cigar bar. My uncle's having a nice cigar and just learning us about the world, talking about God knows what. And suddenly I get the urge to take a pee pee, which is a big theme in my life. Boy, do I gotta piss. So I mean, all my boys know this. I piss all the goddamn time. And what's funny about this is there were no bathrooms around. I walked into 8 stores. Oh, that's not even. I was trying to exaggerate, but I walked into way more than 8 stores. Is the funny thing. I walked into every fucking store I could find, and I cannot find the bathroom. And unfortunately for me, I just it got worse. I guess I was a small bladdered cuckold. and I really needed to pee, and I could not find it. So eventually I go to Uncle K, and I'm like, man, I gotta piss. He's like, okay, I gotcha. So he's like, I know where a bathroom is. And we rushed to a market, a random Bahamas market in the port town. And we, it's pretty cool, you know. I'm not there to buy shit though. I'm rushing straight to the back, and I find a bathroom, and I have my release. Oh my god, my release. So I'm peeing a lot, and while this is happening, my uncle's waiting outside, away from everybody else, and he's like, you know, he gets approached by three Bahamian women, and they're like, "Do you have a wife?" And he's like, "No," or sorry, he does have a wife. He's like, "Why do you ask?" And their response is just to repeat the question. So, a little suspicious. Around this time is when my brother and cousin come into frame and are spotted by good old Uncle K, and he decides to wingman his nephews. He's like, no, but I have three nephews you're gonna love meeting. Three handsome nephews you're gonna love meeting. So we go up to my brother and cousin start interacting with the women, and I don't know what's happening. Around this time I finish washing my hands, and I come out of the bathroom, and I just see them interacting with women, and they're like, Kay's gesturing me over. He's like, come on, go give this woman a hug, and they're like, so the woman gets me, my brother, and my cousin, wraps us all in her arms, and says, three-way, and that should have been my first red flag. But then the following conversation just gave me a very weird vibe, where she kept saying random shit and like making weird remarks of taking us up to her nursery or something, like acknowledging that we were all underage, but also acknowledging that she did not give a fuck. It would take us up to her. So I still didn't know what was happening though. I was young, shy, naive. It was like, this is not how I expected my day to go today. So I'm just staring at like everyone else around me, like, what the fuck is going on? And no one will tell me. I mean, so you know, when then we finally finish, I'm like, what the Kentucky Fried fuck was that? And yeah, and that was when my family kindly relayed to me that those were in fact prostitutes, and they put me in for a group hug with all of them. And I was a little uncomfortable with that. Not every day you're hugging prostitutes. Um, and it was just a very weird experience. And then I got back, and I was literally, like, I was exhausted. Like, no amount of holy water could cleanse me of the goddamn sin that I just endured. And I'm not, like, a purist. I'm a pretty filthy little man, but I just was not I was not McLovin' it, to say the McLeast, you know? But that was that experience. It was it's a pretty, I don't know, I find it to be a pretty funny story. Yeah. Anyways, that's a quick meat grinder tale. I hope you enjoyed. Everybody have a blessed day. Consider liking, and I'll come read you a bedtime story. If you really enjoyed, leave a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.